What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Shout out to JD Black for making two videos that I really love. Just recently, he dropped two videos that I like. He was talking about two successful black men who happen to be dating outside their race, or are married outside their race, and on the back of that you have black women who are pissed off because they happen to have found happiness outside the race. And these two men, one being Michael Colter, or Mike Colter, who majority of you will know recently. He's starring as Luke Cage on Netflix. I'm 5 episodes deep, and y'all know me. I'm a huge comic book fanatic. Y'all gotta watch that fucking show. But I'm gonna do a separate video on Luke Cage. All right, but shout out to him for making that, for starring in that superb show. Great actor. Daymond John. He is the creator, CEO, founder of FUBU, a clothing line that was really big in the 90s, late 90s, mid to late 90s. It got really huge. He's an entrepreneur. A lot of you would know him from Shark Tank. Rich dude, he's about his business and all of that. Black women are mad at these two dudes because they're married outside their race. And I really wasn't gonna make a video on it because I saw that JD Black already covered it, made 2 videos covering it, very superb, said everything I wanted to say. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you. You're a great brother in arms. You're kicking that real shit. But what prompted me to make this video is I saw a video pop up on my feed by on Boyce Watkins' channel, and I don't even know why I'm still subscribed. I mean, I know why I'm subscribed to this dude, but his channel is fucking, I would say 95% perpetual victimhood, black victimhood. The other 5%, he does have some good videos where he's talking about how black men or black people should concentrate on finances, and he'll promote certain dudes that are doing their thing. Those videos I do like, but that channel has become the epitome of black stereotypical perpetual victimhood. And I don't care what y'all say, every other video is talking about, white people are doing this and blah blah. Look, let's save that for another video. But basically, a video that popped up was these two black women talking about Daymond John, and they were discussing his recent marriage to this woman who has been his longtime girlfriend. And it just drives me fucking crazy because, some of the things that they were saying it's nothing new that I haven't heard, because I've dealt with this, because I have dated outside my race before. I've told you this on a couple videos that, it doesn't matter to me as long as you of course, you have to be attractive, but as long as you seem like you have a good heart and we have some shit in common, yeah, I'll go give it a shot. Who gives a fuck? But, you hear the same bullshit rhetoric from these types of black women, and it just gets so tiresome, and I just felt my blood boiling. So I said, let me just make a video and get this off my chest, because a lot of you black women out there have the lowest fucking self-esteem on the fucking planet. These women were going on saying, usually men that do this, black men that do this, they feel that they need to validate themselves. They need to be accepted by white people. Well, I just laugh at that, because that's like saying, to me, to be successful, a lot of black people will say that, oh, you're selling out, you're being white when you're doing certain things. When you're not doing the stereotypical negative black shit, you're not black enough. So you're automatically gonna be cast in that light anyway, just because you're not sitting on the corner, you're not selling rock, you're not smoking weed fucking 24/7, you're not doing any of that shit, you're not sitting at home playing Madden all fucking day. No, you're out there working, trying to make a better life for yourself. You're gonna be classified as white. I've already talked about this. This is how the black community is, majority of y'all. You'll sit there, instead of saying, you know what, let me look at that dude, let me study that dude. I see he's making moves, okay, he could influence me. Maybe I'll do something similar, but do it my way. No. You don't want none of that. Instead, you want to receive handouts. You really want the acceptance. It's y'all that say that these dudes want to be accepted. It's really you that want the acceptance. You want the handouts. You want the white government to come and lick your booty. No, go work for what you want. But I don't want to get all tied up. But you'll sit there and say, yeah, it's validation from the white man. How is that validation? This dude, Daymond John in particular, was in Southside Jamaica, Queens, I believe. He was out there hustling in a positive way. He's making clothing, making hats. He happened to come across LL Cool J, who was from around the same area. LL Cool J said, hey, give me that hat, I'll go rock it in a video or so. So then he started getting fucking orders out the ass. And mind you, this dude was with a black woman. He has 2 black children, which I'm gonna get to a little bit later. So he was already making money at that point, So all this validation bullshit, it just doesn't make sense. Again, when you're out there and you're doing your thing and you're not really conforming to what people would say, what black people would consider black norms, they're gonna cast you as white. They're gonna whitewash you anyway, even though that nigga on the corner that's selling dope, that's doing all that negative shit, he's really trying to get in that same position, except he's doing it off the backs of you, killing you. But you don't say nothing about that. But anyway, that dude's not looking for white validation. The other thing these females were going in on, which is something that I hear constantly when dudes do this, when black men happen to do this, is, it's a form of self-hate, okay? They were talking about how they saw a video of black men who don't date interracially, which is their business, that's their prerogative. If they want to stick within their race, that's fine. But they were saying, oh yeah, see, the one guy was saying he wants a reflection of himself. So, but that's that person's prerogative. So you mean to tell me that if I'm out, I happen to meet someone that's Asian, that is Hispanic, Spanish from Spain, European, whatever the case may be, not black, and she says, we just happen to hit it off. She goes, okay, this dude is about his shit. Okay, I can mess with this dude. And I say, okay, she got her shit going on. She got she works. She got her own car. she sees I got my own place, this and that. We're both responsible individuals. You mean to tell me that I should just simply say, well, we got all this shit in common and you're a really great person, you're attractive, all the things I need, but simply because you're not black, I can't fuck with you. Is that what you're saying? I can't even at least give it a shot. Meanwhile, you don't know my past. You don't know if I've dealt with nothing but black women in the past. Maybe I'll try this. That's the equivalent of going into a pizza shop and saying, well, I'm only gonna have this cheese pizza. Man, that pepperoni looks good, but I'm only gonna stick over here because everyone else keeps telling me not to go try that. No, I'm gonna try that out. If it appeals to me, why not? Why wouldn't I try it out? That's insane. That's insane fucking thinking. Now, the other thing, these women were talking about was, you know, keeping your bloodline or the race alive, which I could understand to an extent if that's your prerogative. But then again, there's other factors that fall into place. Like I've talked about before in another video, geographical standpoints where you may be living in a neighborhood that has predominantly white people, and you may happen to, you know, if that's all you're around, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll date this white chick, whatever. We happen to grow close, and that is what it is. And if the dude's successful, what the fuck? You know, see, these are things that you don't take into consideration. You just believe that because I'm a black man, I should just sit around, wait for you to come over and come deal with me. No, that's not how it works. See, black men, any black men of substance that are watching this video, we don't belong to anybody. We haven't belonged to anybody in over 400 years. And you have to release yourself from these fucking chains that you belong to people. You don't belong to black women. Sorry to say, you don't. And black women should stop saying, stop acting like we belong to you. Now, yeah, if they're, like I said before, if we want to preserve our bloodline, I want a strictly black kid, okay, yeah, I'm gonna deal with black women. That shouldn't be a big deal. That's a dude's choice. But again, you know, I shouldn't be obligated to sit and wait for you because you're black. And then this is another thing I've talked about prior, but it seems like you women just don't get it. And I know a lot of you black women are gonna get offended by this, but it's the truth. A lot of you black women don't want to deal with a dude that is very studious, that is doing his thing, that is on his way to success. Y'all don't want to deal with dudes like this. I've said this. What video in particular? I think it was my one to that female Falaji Noir, where I said in that video, y'all don't want to deal with dudes that are doing their thing. You want the thug nigga, you want the nigga out on the corner with his pants sagging, you want that dude. That's the dude you want to deal with. And multiple black women will admit to this, but then when you call them on it, they'll get mad. You don't want to deal with that shit. Shout out to Obsidian Media Network. He did a great video talking about, I believe the title, come correct me on the title, Obsidian, but it was something to the effect of why the black community needs more Steve Urkels and Carlton Banks. It was a great fucking video. And see, those are the dudes that you don't want to deal with. I mean, go watch Family Matters. Laura didn't want to deal with Steve Urkel. Look at, and she didn't want him because he was a geek. He was a nerd. Even though he was a brain, he would make all these fucking inventions. No, she wanted Stefan Urkel. She wanted just the image of being with these dudes, these street dudes or smoother dudes. Like, y'all don't want dudes like that until they make it somewhere. That's when you wanna come in. This is a story of the little red hen. This is why I say to people, when I talk to people off camera, I go tell them, you know what life could be summed up to? Aesop's Fables. If you read those Aesop's Fables, those books for children, that describes life to a T. Y'all women in general, little red hen, go read that book. Because I would say American women in general, Y'all are the little red hen, because when you see that hen going, saying, hey, look, you guys want to help me pick these grains? Nah, I don't want to do that. Hey, I want to churn this butter. Can you guys help me? Nah, I don't want to deal with that. Hey, I'm needing the dough for this bread that I'm trying to make. Nah, fuck that. Nah, we want to chill over here. We want to shuck and jive and do all this bullshit over here. Okay. Now the red hen goes and bakes the bread. Comes back out. Hey, you guys want to help me eat this bread? Oh, yeah. Then the hen goes, get the fuck out of here. You didn't help me do shit. But you want to help me eat this shit? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, then you're mad at the hen? Fuck you. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. You did not want that type of dude in the first fucking place. So stop it. Stop acting like you were there and you were knocking on this dude. You did not want that type of fucking dude. You don't. So stop, okay? What else do I gotta say? These women really piss me off. And they kind of contradict themselves in their own video, because they go and say, well, you know, we have, they're referring to themselves, we have our handsome black men, meaning that they're married or whatever. So why the fuck are you making a 12-minute video talking about this man who has nothing to do with you, but yet you're mad because he's not with a black woman? He's not fucking you. He's dealing with someone else. And then the other contradiction they say is, well, it's only 1% of people that are doing that interracial thing. So why does it bother you? Why does it bother you so much? You know, oh, well, there's propaganda out there that's showing that, you know, white is right and this and that. No, there's not. Look, it's a choice. It's a preference, period. And again, there are many factors that lead into that sort of thing. Yeah, are there people that are color struck? Sure, I'll admit that. But I don't think it's worth, you know, going out there and making videos and saying, oh my God, this person, if the person wants to do that, let it lead him or her where it leads them. You know what I mean? And it's only black women that get pissed off when black men do this. But when you date outside your race, it's a badge of honor for you, for women, for black women to do that. Oh, that's so great that you're doing that. As a matter of fact, the biggest example of that, and I know black women ain't gonna want to admit to this, is that show Scandal. That show Scandal, where it has Kerry Washington as a female named Olivia Pope, that is basically a side piece to the guy that, I think he's the president of the United States or something like to that effect. That's the biggest show amongst black women, number one. But let that shit be backwards, they would have boycotted that show. That let it have been a black man and white woman show, would have been done. It wouldn't have lasted 2 episodes. It would have been over because of y'all. But that's just the hypocrisy and the low self-esteem that y'all have. I don't know what else to say, man. In Mike Colter's case, because I've been concentrating on Daymond John, I know he's been with this woman from the get-go, for years. And, you know, it drives me crazy. There are plenty of black men out there that are doing their fucking thing. And let me say this, because let me hit you dudes with this too, because I don't want to be classified as I'm only going at the women. Look, a lot of you dudes are pussy hounds. Just are. A lot of dudes think with their dicks. So if you black women want to go out there and get a black man, you could go get him, but you just don't want to. You don't want that type of black man. I've said this. You do not want that studious dude. You don't want a dude that is on his way to being an entrepreneur. You don't want a dude. I saw a video, not a video, I was reading an article, and I really wanted to do a video on this, but I got caught up. There's a little boy out in Fresno, California. His name is Jaden something. At 5 years old, he was watching his mom bake. His mom was baking I don't know if it was sweet potato pies or something. So So he started copying his mother, and he started baking his own shit. Now this kid, I don't know if he's 8 or 9 years old right now, but his cooking got so good that he has people in his town literally lined up at his door to buy his baking. And it got so big that now he has a website, him and his mother have a website up where it has scheduling hours. Let me tell you something, by the time this fucking kid is 16, 17, 18 years old, he'll be a millionaire, this fucking kid, because his mindset already is, him and his mother are saying, well, it's local now. His mother's doing a lot of the speaking for him, but we are gonna start doing national and maybe international. They're gonna push it. And that's how big this kid's mind, his creativity is. But let me tell you something about that little black boy, because I'm proud of him. That's the type of dude that we need in our community. One that has a brain to enable to take his ingenuity and his dexterity and put it to work. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you what little niggas are saying about him, what they're gonna be saying about him. And this is the harsh truth, the fucking reality that you don't want to accept. What they're gonna say to him, what niggas are gonna say to him is, these Negroes, they're gonna come to him and say, oh, well, you're gay because he's doing home economics. That's what they're gonna say to that little nigga. They're gonna say, oh, he's gay. And then what these women are gonna do, oh man, nah, I ain't dealing with that shit. I mean, they may use him for his food. Oh yeah, he knows how to cook. Or he'll be in a home ec class and they'll wanna deal with him in that sense. Like, oh yeah, let me study off of him and everything, but not to the extent where let me learn and build with you. No, not only for those selfish purposes. That's what's gonna happen. Now, what could possibly happen is there'll be a foreign woman or whatever that is raised in such a way where their parents are gonna tell them, listen, you get you a man that's gonna fucking take care of you. Yeah, and I know what you're gonna say. Well, a lot of foreign people don't want them dating black people. Okay, that may be true. That may be true, and that goes back into keeping your bloodline pure, which I understand to an extent. I'll give you that. But on the back of that, you know what they're gonna say? You know what a lot of these parents say? Okay, I may not like the fact that you're dating someone that maybe outside the race or whatever, because I've seen this happen too. But on the back of it, he takes care of you. And that's all I could really, in reality, ask for. He takes care of you. He takes care of his bills. He's not out there on the streets. He's not doing bullshit. He has a business. Okay, I could fuck with that and I could fucking respect that. But see, that's something that you don't want to, it has to be everything. He has to love you. This is why I like respect, or I admire respect over love, because love is something that a lot of you want so much, but respect is something that no one could take from you, because a person can hate your guts all they want, but they have to respect you if you're doing certain things, because there's people that I just don't like, but there's certain things I respect about them. And I'd rather be respected than loved for something that I'm pretending to be. I'm not gonna sit there and change myself for you to love me. Fuck that shit. But yeah, that should cover that. Woo, man. I'm really pissed. I don't know what else to say. But a lot of black women out there, when you sit there and you're mad at people like this who go out there and they're not dating you in particular, you need to look in the mirror and look at yourself. And you need to sit there and also, before I close out, I just thought about this too. Why don't you look at the other black men, successful black men who are with black women? See, there's more successful black men that happen to be with black women than look at Anthony Mackie, Denzel Washington, Stephen Curry. There are tons of them, but you're just gonna act like this is such an epidemic. Like, give it a rest, all right? I mean, it just looks stupid. Don't say it's self-hate, because it really isn't. That's the dumbest thing in the world. So you mean to tell me if I'm with a Asian chick, for example, and I have a mixed kid, it's because I hate myself, and I would hate to see a black child. I'm gonna love that child more because it's not what I am. It's not black. No, I'm gonna love that child regardless of what it is because it's my fucking seed. That's the fucking stupidest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. That self-hate shit is something that y'all try to guilt black men and try to hold them into a little zone, into your little zone, so you could have you could sit here and have them on the wayside while you're out there fucking these no good niggas, and then you want to turn around and fucking swirl on the back of that. I've talked about that, which is fucking hypocritical on the back. But yeah, I'm done. I gotta go. I got shit to do. I gotta go take a shower. I gotta go out. That didn't look right, did it? But anyway, yeah, I'm out. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. That's it. Peace, bitches.